As men, we've all been in at least one serious relationship. And that serious relationship could have possibly led to a proposal, an engagement, at the very least, moving in together. And when you live with somebody, you have a lot of good experiences with them. Watching Netflix, talking about different things, deep conversations. You just reveal your inner side to that person, so much so that this person is for you. She has bought you things, you have bought her things, you've been on vacations. And many people don't think about, as men, that we appreciate those things, because we do. You know, men have feelings too. You know, we like it when we have those sentimental times with our woman. It touches us and it shapes us in a way that we want to even be with that person long term even more, because we trust them. But then on the downside, all good things come to an end. And of course, that can happen with some of you brothers that have been through divorce. You have child custody, kids and all of that, splitting up the house. I mean, that could just be a really big pain in the behind. And then at certain points, you're not close anymore. A lot of relationships don't end amicably. And then here's the big ticker. Your stuff is at her house or her stuff is at your house. The question is, should you get your stuff back if you've given it to her? Now, some brothers might not want it back, but what if you gave her something that was worth a whole lot of money? The relationship is over. Should she give it back? Now, there's a dating coach here on the platform that I was researching, and I want to play his opinion on if you should do that.
Is it a good idea to give your ex their stuff back? So, I am tempted to say that it depends on your level of emotional dependence. If you're too attached to your ex and you're keeping their stuff to try to keep them close to you or to frustrate them, that is the wrong decision to make. Most of the time, I would advise you to give your ex their stuff back. If you live together and you have their clothes, or if you have some of their belongings, just give them back. Just give them back. It will help you. If you give them back, it will help you to regain a sense of focus on the things that are important, all right? And ultimately get back with your ex quicker, rather than trying to blackmail them by holding on to their stuff. It won't work out for you in the end. You're only going to create negative energy and negativity between you two. Give them their stuff back, move forward. In any case, what we preach is to build a new relationship. And by you holding on to their belongings, you are only prolonging the process of the old relationship. You're not severing ties in order to create something new. Okay? Furthermore, if you give them their stuff, it enables to really not only just cut away the past, but also enable then a radio silence. You're able to really take some distance, and they won't necessarily need to reach out to you unless they want to. You will be able to tell the difference between them reaching out to say, hey, give me back my watch, give me back my clothes, etc., or them reaching out because they want to genuinely hang out with you or find out how you've been.
So it is his perspective that, you should give it back, whatever you've given, to move on to the next relationship. However, we know that's not the case. Many of you men who have broken up with a woman, what happens? All right, you broken up, she doesn't want to get back with you. So then here's time to be petty. Sad music. All right then, Bia. Give me all my stuff back. So, now you like asking for your PlayStation back, you're asking for your Jordans back, or the jewelry that you bought her. But I want to kind of get into this, which is important because it's happening with Ben Simmons. He was with Maya Jama, and he gave her $1 million engagement ring. Now, $1 million is a lot of goddamn money, but he wants it back. Now, is that petty? I think so. But I want to talk about something, and I want to play this particular dating coach. Her name is Apollonia Ponte, and this has to deal with men giving women money.
I am thinking about pretty much a lot of men that I've coached, and not every single one of them, but there's a lot of men that I know and that I'm sure you know, and ones that I've worked with that think that they have to spend this money in order to get this woman. Now, you might see that this does work in the beginning. You might see that this does work in order to get her attention. But let me tell you about the credibility that you're going to have on the other end. When a man spends money to impress a woman, one thing that he does wrong is the woman is probably not the right one for him. One, in the beginning I'm talking about. And number two, he's going to feel some type of void inside no matter what. Because if we give to get something, we are underappreciating ourselves. Now, don't get me wrong. As a woman, and I will be the first one to tell you guys, we do desire financial stability from a man. And what is really important for you guys to understand as well, and I say this until I'm blue in the face, you don't have to be the richest man to get a woman, but you do have to have some financial stability behind you, some type of purpose, some type of passion, some type of desire besides a woman. Now, I'm sick of tired of men thinking that just because this woman needs your help and you've been dating her for a month or 2 months that you need to start paying her rent, that you need to help her do this. Because yes, it's great to help people. And a lot of times good men get this misconstrued. Now, there is a desire as a good person to help someone in need, yes. But when it comes to our romantic relationships, we don't just dive into those and pay a woman's bills.
Now, I'm saying that to say this. If a woman cares about you, if she likes you, why do you need to give her an $1 million engagement ring? Specifically when you're not even playing basketball or doing that well at it. And that's the problem with a lot of guys today. She doesn't want to be with you, now you're asking for it back. But what was the purpose of giving her that in the first place? You're in the NBA, you're tall, you can have almost anybody in the world. The question comes into, what does she do for you? Obviously, you're gonna find out, and this is for most guys in today's age. Most ladies, you're gonna figure out, like, I really like being around her, and she's fun to be around, and she's beautiful. But now when you get into that value piece, what does she do for you every day, such that you can't find that from somebody else, or you don't feel like you can find that from somebody else? You're gonna find out that a lot of ladies are maybe not gonna be up to your standards. So you find that all too late, and when it turns out that she's not who she needs to be, you wanna get your stuff back. But why do you need to spend money on her in the first place? Like, if she's really a woman for you, and like she said, a lot of guys are choosing the wrong women. What are you looking for? Like, it's your fault if you give her something and she doesn't want to give it back. It does sound petty, but why give it to her in the first place? Stop giving women things that you feel that you might want to get back. Obviously, if you have to do that, they were not worth it in the first place, okay? A lot of these ladies out here are gonna feel like it's a gift. She wants to keep it. And the reason why she wants to keep it is because she wants to take that gift, go to the next guy, and which happens all the time. So many guys give women gifts. They go take it to the next guy who won't what? Who will not give them anything, right? Take your $1 million engagement ring to the next guy who won't give them nothing. And that's what happens. The next guy always gets a better deal than you. So stop giving women your money if that's the case. If they really want to be with you, make them earn it. They make you earn it. So that way you don't get butthurt when they don't want to be with you anymore. Because relationships are going to end, especially in the modern era. Most ladies are not going to want to be the kind of wives that some of you guys really want. So until that time, unless they prove it, make them work. Women make you work. Make them do something to be with you. Then after they have done something to be with you, then you can give her that. Maybe after 2 or 3 years of being married, or 5 years, but you definitely don't give her something like that when she hasn't done anything. That's why a lot of women don't respect guys. And Ben Simmons is not to be respected. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.